What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live. My name is Marcus. On this channel, I make reseller content and anything that's going to help new resellers shorten the learning curve. And I do lives with seasoned resellers that will help drop knowledge on anyone that's trying to learn and just get ahead in this game that we call our lifestyle, man. Today's guest is mega major. Super grateful that he could show up and join us here. So without further ado, let me introduce you guys to Dante from Prison2Profit and Prison2Profit on YouTube and Instagram. So,
Hey man, that,
yo,
that introduction is like straight humble pie, man. Appreciate it.
it is what it is, man. It's the truth. Facts, though. So, for everyone that's been, hiding somewhere for some strange reason, doesn't know who you are, give the people some type of abbreviated version of who you are and what your channel's about.
Okay, well, hello guys. My name is Dante. I'm Prison to Profit. Prison to Profit came from me doing 10 years in prison. No, I was sentenced to 10 years, to like around 8 years and 9 months. I do have a prison story, and that's a long story. My charge was armed robbery. I didn't have a gun, so that's just it is what it is. The hand of one is the hand of all in the state that I was in. Decided to try to, like I say, use the word completely change my life because it wasn't like I was a completely bad guy, but obviously I was doing some bad things in my life or hanging around some people that maybe I shouldn't have. So I just wanted to kind of change my life around and document that journey when I discovered that you can actually go to places like Goodwill and Walmart and actually find items for like $1 and then change that into $50, $60. So I was really intrigued by that. And I was a natural hustler anyway. So
Right.
it was just for me something just put two and two together and I started doing it. I started documenting myself. The channel came from really actually just wanting to prove that what I was actually doing was actually factual.
Thanks.
So, you get like me, the sourcing videos, you see me find products and then the what so videos. So you should have seen an item that I've sourced in one of those what so videos. So you can actually see like, okay, he's finding items, he's selling items. If he can do it, I can do it. So that's
Exactly.
pretty much the main genesis of who I am.
Okay, and I think that's one of the reasons why I connected with your channel. I found you from Harry Tornado, but your story matches mine, except for mine was attempted robbery because instead of robbing the guy, I pistol whipped him because he wouldn't give me the money. So it turned into an attempted first degree robbery, second degree assault. I did my armed criminal action time, which was 3 years in the state of Missouri. So I ended up catching gravy. Needless to say, because it was a 10-year charge with 3 year backup or with a 3 year ACA time. I took that time to get my head right. So I thought I'd get out and I'm like, I'm just not gonna do heroin no more. Maybe I'll deal with some meth. And I ended up catching a trafficking charge. I went back and I went for trafficking. I went to treatment. I turned my life around, found the Lord, and I came home and I started looking for a way to make money. And I stumbled upon your channel and I was like, if he can do it, I can do it. There's no way that I can't do it. Here's another brother that's proven that it works. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, let me just go out here and give it a shot, man. And that was when I was real big into the Ben stores, man. I was at the Ben store every morning. I'm like, I'm out here watching Dante's videos on my phone. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna do it like Dante does. I'm talking about, bro, it was motivation. So I definitely appreciate the grind and the effort that you put into your videos because you never know, man. Even like I said, I started following you when you had 1,800 subscribers. You never know, even at a small level, the impact you're making in someone else's lives. So that's why I say, man, we do this to motivate the people, and what you're doing works.
I really appreciate that, man. Because starting out, that's always the goal. You want to do this to help people. Hopefully, nobody really starts YouTube thinking they're going to make a lot of money. Hopefully, starting out. Hopefully, that thought comes after you're monetizing all this stuff. So,
Right.
but yeah, like I said, starting out, that was a goal to try to help somebody. But then, like the impact of the people, like you said yourself, who,
Yeah.
like you said, if I can do it, then there's no way that anybody can't go out there and
Right.
grind. And that alone in itself. A quick little story, man. Somebody came up to me randomly in the store and they were
Mhm.
like, "Hey, man, I want to let you know that I found your channel." And I'm always appreciative when people come up to me and say they found my channel.
Right.
But how this dude found my channel was probably what I take pride in the most. So if you know anything about YouTube analytics, keywords, tags, and all that, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So in a lot of my videos and certain tags, I try to use like jobs for felons. I always try to
Mhm.
put some of those in my tags. So he was like, yeah, man, I typed jobs for felons in YouTube. He said, I typed jobs for felons in Google. And he
And
said, your
yeah,
YouTube video popped up. And
nice.
he was like, man, I started watching all your videos, man, and I'm out here doing it. And I was like, man, that alone, knowing that somebody can just, where I came from, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because obviously I want to help anybody. I know single mothers can do this. I know homeless people, if you just lost your job, you can do, like, anybody can literally do this. But I want to, like, reach the people who feel like it's harder for them to make it in, like, the normal
Right.
society, normal corporate world, because they have that bad background, or maybe they just have some kind of strike or stigma against them. Maybe they
Mhm.
look a certain kind of way that people don't accept them, or whatever the case may be, you know?
Right. Right. Man, that's powerful though. It's powerful because it worked. So let me give a shout out to everyone that's in the chat so far. We got Jimmy, Dark County Picker. He says, "What's up, Marcus and Dante? Everyone, please smash the like button. Yes, please do." Uh, we got Grandma's Closet. What's up, Dana? How you doing? We got Daniel, the selling
Selling
sniper.
sniper.
He was real amped to see this one. So thanks for showing up. We got Dana Invest.
What's going on,
What's up,
Dana?
Dana? He said, "What's up, times three? Me, you, and the chat." Little Miss Q. What's going on, Little Miss Q? Thanks for
Little
showing up.
Miss Q.
She just put out a video. I gotta watch it. She dropped one today. Misha Renee, what's up, Misha? How you doing?
Misha, how are you doing?
And we got KT Reeds in the building. For those of you guys
Katie.
that don't know, this was my guest last weekend or
Yeah, go
last week.
check out that video.
Check that video out. She's got a lot of information for you guys. And she's even influenced me to start picking up books. I listed a book today. I
Hey,
don't think it's gonna sell for much, like $10, but it was free, so free into 10 is okay with me.
I
Just
sold a lot of books yesterday. I just shipped a lot of books before I drove down here. 90
really.
bucks. I found a lot for $5. They were like some Cherry Amos books or something like that. Don't want to make too much of a spoiler, because in the video I gave, like, a lot of props to Katie.
Okay,
Like, I
cool.
always sold books, but, like, when it comes to, like, sets of books and
Mhm.
the knowledge of, like, how you lot certain kind of books up with certain other kind of books,
Right.
yeah, that knowledge just profited me like around 70 bucks.
Okay. Yeah. See, because I had asked her, I remember in one of your videos when you guys first, came out as a thing, I was like, Katie's schooling Dante to the books now. She's like, Tay been selling books. So I was like, oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
We ain't gonna tell nobody. We'll keep that her thing.
Right. Right. So, Misha Renee, Haler. Okay. Okay. Everybody talking to each other. Uh, okay. So, TJ in the building. What's
What's
up,
going on,
TJ?
TJ?
How you doing, man? I need you
Ed,
to
what's going
make me
on?
some hats, man. And Ed, the reselling writer. What's going on, homie? Appreciate you for showing up. So, the first, I'm not going to even say that you're a reseller because you've come a long way since I started following you. You started a second channel. You don't want to be niched down necessarily to the reseller category. So I'm gonna just say you're an entrepreneur, right? What's
Yeah,
your next move outside of YouTube slash reselling stuff like that?
man. So, see, with me moving and everything, like, my mind did take a little total shift, but it seems like right now I put, like, it feels like almost 80 out, well, roughly about 80 hours into YouTube a week, either, like,
Mm,
I'm saying, editing videos, making videos, studying videos, but just learning the craft of YouTube
right.
more and more. A lot of my time goes to that. And for me, like, right now, it feels so wasted, but I know in, like, the long run,
Hmm.
I'm saying, it may pay off. To be completely honest, like I said, I spend probably 80 hours on YouTube, and I probably spend 20 hours a week on my reselling business.
Right.
I just know, like, the products that you can go out there and survive, week to week to find to make but I do. Luckily, my Amazon account just came back. I'll have my first Amazon account
Congratulations.
this the first of the month. As we know, I do have merch. Check your boys' merch out.
Yes, sir.
You can check that out on teesprings.com/store/prison to profit. I also I also have, like, a little, just other, like, little back contracts that I have going on with people.
Okay.
I mean, it's just so many doors I'm trying to open. Like, I'm trying to get into the avenue of real estate. I'm trying to get into the avenue of,
There you
like,
go.
businesses. Like, I want, like, I want a
Assets.
brick and mortar store somewhere in Mexico. Like, those are, like, the future goals 20 years down the line. And then I want to turn all that into, like, just investing in the stock market, taking my
There you
250
go.
grand and just, like, literally just
I
chilling.
agree, man. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man. At least you have a base of plans, like something to go on. Because that's the worst thing, man, is taking this money and doing nothing with it. Because
Yeah.
it's definitely reselling has changed my life in a way that I would never have imagined. It's like street money,
Facts.
but it's legit though. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And it's like you get what you put in. So all those times that I was out grinding in the streets, I knew that if I took that work ethic, even though people don't consider that work, if I took that and put it into reselling, oh man, the sky's the limit. And
Facts.
I put my 2 weeks in last week, and just from the week that I put my 2 weeks in, I kind of started getting worried. I was like, man, am I making the right decision? But I was only making $80 at my job. So it's not even really nothing I was living off of. But I'm up already. My sales are up 10%. I made $1,400 in the last 7 days, which isn't astronomical money, but it just
But it's
showed
enough
me
money
that,
to.
yeah, with my focus
Yeah.
on it, it's climbing. So it can keep climbing is where I'm getting at. It's definitely enough money to handle the business that I'm trying to do.
That's so funny you said that because I was sitting with my friend earlier today and we were just sitting there talking about just life and stuff like that. And I sit here told him I was like, because he just got another part time job. He was like, yeah, I'm only making $12 an hour, yada yada yada. I
Hmm.
said, look, man. I said, I guarantee this. Go do what I do for 1 hour a day,
Right.
just 1 hour a day, and I guarantee you would profit more in that hour than you would that entire shift that you're working
Hmm.
at Subway.
Right.
Like people need to break that stigma of, oh, I'm making this an hour,
Hmm.
because that's going to hold you back because you're going to
Right.
see this small, like if you're working for anything less than like really 18 to $30 an hour, like you're really shortchanging yourself. Like
Especially these days and
yeah,
age.
especially these days as a whole, with all the opportunity that's out there, with
Mhm.
like the talent that you have within you to create your own business. Like,
Right.
oh man, it's just it's sad, man. It's sad how the stigma will always be: go to school, get an
Mhm.
education, get a high school diploma or a GED, and go work for somebody else for 40
Right.
years,
Help
get
their
paid
dreams come
vacations
true.
sometimes. Like that's so sad.
And then what's messed up about it is that's the industrial age. You know what I mean? Like that, that's a
Yeah,
dinosaur age. Now we're in the technology age. And even that aspect is go to work, grind for somebody, make their dreams come
Damn.
true, and don't focus on your dreams. Work 40 years and then get fired right before you get your retirement.
Yeah,
So it's you're playing a losing game. So therefore, why not work for yourself, make your own hours? If you want to list 5 profitable items a day, you can still make $20,000 a year. That's more than your 401k will pay in a lifetime, or the
facts.
retirement plan. I mean, will pay in a lifetime, and you got plenty of time to do whatever it is you want to do. So it makes no sense for me. Like even my girlfriend, she works 3 days a week at Cracker Barrel. She makes 13.50 an hour packing to go orders, but at the same time, she hasn't cashed a check yet because she makes money reselling. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, babe, I understand what you're doing because she's using that for like vacations and things like
Yeah,
that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, but before that, she was reselling for like 4 or 5 months, just straight living off reselling. And it's just powerful, man. I try to get my mama to do it. I try to get my brother to do it, but he's still in the streets. So, eventually they'll see the light, man, for real.
I hope so, man. I hope everybody sees the light, because for me, I will always stop promoting it, and I will always never stop showing, what I'm saying, everything, especially because I can show 90, probably like 92% of all of my
Mhm.
reselling secrets, because there's so much profits for everybody. There's so
Everyone.
many categories, niches, people like different things, people like selling different things, people have different profit margins, even down to free shipping versus not free shipping. Like there's so
Exactly.
many different ways to sell. Like there's profits for everybody. Nobody should be out there selling nobody. Like here's one thing I can't stand, and I know this might be bad. I hate when somebody's in my comments trying to tell me how to resell. Oh, you should have done this. No, I shouldn't. I've been doing this long enough. Obviously, the thing that I'm doing is working.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
obviously you can take advice from everybody, but
Yeah.
I mean, you have those certain people who would probably like the ones who be like, why are you wasting your time with $2 profit?
Yeah.
Why are you worried about me making $2?
Exactly. Why are you counting my money?
Yeah, like why is that hurting you that I'm making
Yeah.
$2? Okay, now let's break that down. How many times have you seen me make a $2 profit?
Right.
Within this year, I'm probably gonna make, we'll say on the low end, two, 3 grand in just $2 sales.
$2 profits. Exactly.
So people when you look at it like that, damn, he got an extra 2 grand a year just off $2 profits.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was me just goofing off, going to stores all year, eating snacks. That's
Right,
what I did with those $2 profits. So
right.
but people won't look at it like that.
Yeah, exactly. They don't see it that way. Just
It's
like
a waste
when
of my time.
people, like, even when I put my 2 weeks in, the I turned my 2 weeks in, and then they were like, "Well, what are you gonna do?" I said, "Well, I sell on eBay," and they looked at me like they was concerned, like, "Well, how are you gonna live?" Trust me, I make more than enough money doing this. Like,
People will quit going to their business before people will stop buying stuff online.
right, right. It's the convenience of it. I buy almost everything I buy online. You know what I mean? And it wasn't always like that. But
No.
starting with the pandemic, I started shopping online. Now I dig it. I
Yeah,
buy almost
exactly.
everything online.
People get
Uh,
used to it.
they do get used to it, man. And then it's front door service. You don't have to go do anything. The only thing I think people do care about is not being able to try something on. But you get free returns on eBay, at least when you shop with me. But nowadays, eBay is going to side with the buyer regardless. So you might as well buy.
Oh, you get no returns and I decline all. If I
Yeah.
get that option to decline, what I like the other day, this buyer, they sent me an offer. They was like, "Oh, I just didn't like the item." So I sent them. I was like, I don't accept returns normally, but what I'll do is I'll offer you. I think I offered them like 30% or whatever the item was, and they can keep the item because
Right.
I don't want the item back anyway.
Right.
And they were like, "No," and straight declined it. So I said, "Okay, well, guess what? Decline the entire offer. You get
Right.
nothing."
See, now
Period.
that's something I didn't even know I could do. Honestly, is just deny the return. What's up, Chris? Thanks for
But
showing
you
up.
offer free shipping, so that's okay.
Yeah, I don't offer free shipping.
I mean, free
I
returns. I'm
offer free
sorry.
return
That's what I
shipping, but
meant. I'm
free
sorry.
return
Free
shipping.
shipping. That's why you can't decline because you offer free
Okay.
shipping.
So
I
if I
don't.
turn that off,
Yeah.
but then
You can
so
only decline. Okay, so here's the only offers you can decline are offers that they say are like, okay, I didn't mean to order this, or if, anything that's outside of the seller's mistake. So if they
okay,
got
so
it and it was
like
like, oh, this
doesn't
item just
fit.
didn't
I
work.
don't like it. That type of
Yeah,
stuff. I actually have one
yeah.
of those right now. Somebody said it doesn't fit too tight. I sold this woman a brand new pair of Levi's with the tags, and she's like, they don't fit like my other Levi's 12S. What you mean? They're brand new.
Take them to the
So,
jockey lot, sell them.
right,
I don't know what to tell you. I don't want them back. And
right,
I always tell everybody, just my excuses during the pandemic era, I just don't think returns would be the best policy. I would rather work with you.
mhm.
You keep the item, and well, I mean, I just don't want the item back. It's just a
I hear
hassle
you.
getting returns too. I mean, to
It
me,
is.
that's the inventory coming back. I got to relist it. I ain't got time. Just keep the item, and we'll go from there.
Now it depends on what the item is. Like if it's something that I got $1 in or a few cents in, because there's plenty of items I get that are under $1 that I've sold for 30 bucks. If it's something like that, man, it may seem like it's a $30 bill floating around, but it's really only $1. So I'll go ahead and keep it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I'm not even gonna waste my
Facts.
time with it. At the end, bro, it's all about time. People don't value their time enough, in my opinion. So like
Yep.
my girlfriend's like, we can paint this or we can paint. I'm like, I got stuff to do. We can hire somebody to do that because at the end of the day, yeah, I might be out of $100 or something like that, but I'll have several hours more to get some listing done and make a grand versus the time I'll spend
Yep.
painting a bathroom. You know what I'm saying? It just makes no sense to me. And yeah, at the end of the day, it's a man's job to do some housework, but it's at the same time, if I can provide a way out to where we can keep on doing what we're doing to make money, it's a win-win in my book.
Facts.
I don't spend time on things that I don't have to. And I try to spend time on things that are going to make me money. The only thing that doesn't make me money is going to the gym, but that's a health
That's
investment.
still getting
You know what I'm
money. You know
saying?
how it is in the prison. That's what they call it in the prison. You can still
Yeah,
get
yeah,
money.
it's called getting money.
Get
And
money.
that's just I enjoy it too though. It helps me unwind. I do all my listing, all my work, all my reseller YouTube stuff, and then I go to the gym. Tuesdays is really the only day I come home from the gym directly. That's why I got my shaker bottle right here and I hop right on the live. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because it's my day to go live. But I gotta keep the personal fitness in because I sit around listening a lot, man. You know what I mean? Like it's sedentary lifestyle, man. It's not healthy.
I
Who's
hate
this?
listening.
The flipping hustler. I don't think I know you, man. Thanks for showing up. Uh, Ty, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, Roman?
So yeah, Roman. Hey, Roman's got some decent videos for you guys, man. If you guys aren't, you was at what gym? You weren't at my gym. I would have saw you, buddy. So Yeah, if you guys are checking out Roman's channel, he put out a video about I can't remember some of the games called something they slay or something like that. Be on the lookout for that, man, because you will get a Vero, and we don't need to be catching those Veros.
For real. I ain't
Uh,
had a beer in a while. Knock on wood. I've been doing
man,
good.
my girl just got one for the comfy. It's like a gigantic hoodie. Uh,
Oh, some of the comfy
the
thing and some
comfy, yeah,
as seen on TV.
yeah, yep.
Be
And I told
careful.
her, I said, babe, you got to be careful
As
with
seen
those
on
as
TV
seen on
products.
TV
Be careful.
products, man. Yep.
You gotta
And
be picky about those.
and it's just like people with the beach body stuff or like insanity and things like that. I've
Yeah.
sold insanity, I've sold Zumba, and they sell as soon as I list them. But at the same time, I hear people they're like, I got
I
a
get Veroed. I
Vero,
get Vero. It's
I
so
got
funny how that
Vero
works.
after selling it. It's crazy,
Yeah.
man. So
It's funny how that
just
works.
it is funny, man. Just like Bobby at the Cap Guy JT said he had some HP ink listed and got a Vero over HP ink. I had HP ink listed for about the whole time that I've been reselling, and it sold, and I never got hit with it. But what they did catch me for, they sent me a warning over some Nike sneakers I got from Ross doing some retail arbitrage, and they were cleats, Nike track cleats, and I had them set for international shipping, and I guess you just can't send brand new Nike shoes over for international shipping or something. But I took them joints down and put them on Facebook.
I
So
need.
yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to
No, if I
cut
say I
you.
need to get in Facebook, but not really.
Facebook used to be real well for me, and I don't know anybody in the comments. Let me know as well, man. But if you sell on Facebook, did it start out better for you and slow drastically down? Because that's what happened for me.
Pew!
I'm talking about, bro, it plummeted. Like last year, probably around March, around then, it was booming. I'm talking about I list something and it would sell instantly, but I
Yeah,
had
you
never
have people
seen
out
on
there talking
Facebook.
about, oh, Facebook will be the new
Oh yeah.
marketplace. It will like the people who were making those videos. I literally
Mhm.
was like, no, it won't. Like it will never supersede eBay. Like,
No,
nah, eBay's never going to catch Amazon, but nothing else is going to catch eBay. Like
no, not at all.
that's
And
just what it's going to be.
the thing about Facebook, what they had, was their advantage was the selling fees was 5%,
Exactly. The
but
free
then
shipping they start out with.
their shipping, yeah, it was free, but now it costs more to ship on Facebook than it does. So if I sell a pair of shoes on Facebook, it's going to cost them $12 for shipping, whereas if
Mhm.
I sell them on eBay, it's going to cost between $8 to $9, for a 2 pound pair of shoes. So it's crazy how it happens. See, Jeff said Facebook was my number one. It's dead for me. It's gone down the drain.
Facts.
Grandma moved them to Andy Roman said that.
You know why? Because all the people who aren't real resellers jumped on Facebook and ruined the marketplace.
That does happen. I mean, and I can't even say that I'm a real reseller. At the end of the day, I'm making good money at it, but I'm a rookie, man. I'm learning on the fly, you know what I'm saying? And although I do practice quick flips, I'm not gonna tank the market on nothing. Will I sell it $3, $5 underneath the market value to move it the same day? You are absolutely right, I will. But other than that, I'm not finna sell something 15, $20 below market value
No, man,
and
I
then
can't
let
do
that
it.
become the new standard. You know what I mean? I'm
Only
not
time I
doing
do
that.
that, like if I have an item, obviously, your profit margin is going to be two or three or four times. But if I did that, it's because they sent me an offer. Like it's
Yeah,
not going to be because I had the listing so low that I need to hurry to get this thing sold because
exactly.
that's kind of pointless. I mean, you always want to list somewhere in the range of everybody else anyway
Yeah,
because your listing is newer. It's probably going to eBay likes showing newer listings
yeah,
immediately. So
yeah.
your listings automatically going to get more show than it would have if it wasn't. So if you did want to do something like that, list it first and then go back and do
Right. Or list it a little bit higher and then put on a fake sell or something. Like people do that as a tactic too.
it. Yeah.
But I generally, if someone sends me an offer, 98% of the time I'm going to accept it. No counter offer. I'm going to accept it because it's generally $5 below what I have it listed for. And I don't know why that is. eBay
Get
must send
lucky.
me the traffic that I mean, like I said, 98% of the time. Now there is the other 2% where it's a low ball offer, bro, to where it's insulting almost. You know what I'm saying?
I hit that decline button more often than not. Bap, decline,
Right,
decline, decline.
right. I did it
I'm
today.
even so petty. If somebody will send, let's say if I have an item listed for like $9, $10, somebody send me an offer for like $1 under, I will decline them because if you are so petty to not have a
Right,
dollar, and don't let me be in a bad mood if I wake up on the wrong side of the bed or something. Yeah, I'm declining all day long.
right. So I got a pair of Jordans, right? Brand new in the box. Jordan 4 Union LA. They're I think going for 900 bucks. Eight to 900 bucks, right? More like 880 to 900 bucks. Somebody sent me an offer for 500. I declined. They sent me an offer for 600. I declined. They sent me an offer for 700. I sent an offer for 890, and then I ain't heard from them since. But still, like that lets them know that I'm not playing. I got these
Yeah,
shoes listed for 925. You want to come in with almost half of what I got it listed for? I'm not taking it. It's not
yeah, I
gonna
do
happen.
that too. I might do that every once in a while. Like they send me a real low offer, I'll send them something like $2 under what I'm asking, just
Now,
because. Like, yeah,
what's weird, man, is for my girl, she'll do the same thing, but she'll say she's got an item listed for 1950. She'll counter with 19 bucks and they always accept it. But when I try that, I get declined every time. That's crazy, man. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
but at the end of the day, though, I'm really, I like to turn and burn inventory with keeping as much of my profit margins as possible. And generally, I'll try to list my items right at market value, so that way when they do come with a $10 offer that's below what I have it listed for, I'm not going to pay too much for anything. So I'm okay with taking those offers.
Yeah, I
And
feel that.
there's TK Tay, she's at TK Tay, driving through a spotty area. Well, just keep on listening;
And what's
it'll
going
it'll
on,
even out.
Carissa?
So yeah, man, when you
Avery?
get your 10K, are you gonna throw your merch shelf up there on your YouTube?
Oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get to 10K. I just it sucks because this stuff's happening faster than I ain't gonna say sucks. I mean, I don't mean it like that, but it's just like it's happening quicker than I ever imagined. I mean, which
Which
is,
is
is
which is
again, it's a
funny because
good
about
thing.
3 months ago, I remember you saying something about you felt like, I mean, maybe you was in a down spot at the time, but you was like, it's not happening as fast as I feel like it should, and now here we are
Yeah,
3 months later, and you're like, it's slow down.
yeah, it's going fast. I mean, it's just I think when I was talking to Katie, I think I projected 10K by like my birthday. I think that's what I thought when I was like watching probably like 2 3 months. I said maybe by my birthday that'd be pretty cool. I'll have like
Right.
10K, and it's just like okay, it's probably about to happen. And I don't know. It's like I'm not gonna lie, man. Like 1K meant nothing to me. I can't
Right.
lie at all because 1K is nothing but YouTube's. Actually, it's like the 5K is pretty much the new 1K
Right.
because if you go back 6 years on YouTube, the algorithm and how YouTube pushed you versus how they push you now.
Yep.
So everybody wasn't on YouTube. Everybody watched YouTube, but there wasn't as many creators. So
Exactly.
you had a certain percentage of creators who had 1K, and it was only like 1.06%
And it was
of
rare.
everybody who tried to be on YouTube. Now the percentage of people who have 1K, it's like 8 to 9% or something like that.
Yeah.
So when YouTube sees that you have 1K, what they do is they'll stop they'll push you once you get the 1K boom.
Mhm.
So from like 1K to 1.5, obviously they'll push you a little bit, but then they'll stop you again because they're not viewing you as that 1K channel that they viewed all channels at 6 years ago. So
Right.
it's like a different milestone in YouTube's algorithm that
Mhm.
people aren't taking into effect. It's like, yeah, 1K is great. Always celebrate 1K.
Yeah.
But it's like YouTube is not going to continually push you at 1K. It's
Right.
like at 10K, they may push you more, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because
It
that's the
definitely does.
algorithm where they're like, okay, 10K, they're in the grind. They've been doing it for a while.
Mhm.
Let's go ahead and see if we can get them out.
Yeah. And
Maybe.
now I feel like some people like, do you know who Thrifting Vegas is? Tiffany from
Yes.
Thrifting. She blew up, dude. Like when I discovered her, we had the same amount of subscribers. Probably maybe she had like 50 more than me, and now she's over 20K. I'm only at 371. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference, and I don't, I'm not saying her content's not great, but at the same time, there's just a difference in what I don't know what the algorithm does, man, but there's definitely a difference for some people, man, where their grind is like a long haul, but there's some people that take off like a rocket. And at the end of the day, I'm thankful for having 371 subscribers because I feel like that's for me is a decent amount of subscribers. It's just I got to take it day by day, and not compare myself to anyone else because that right there is the devil. That's gonna get you depressed and all type of stuff when
I
you're
do.
comparing your growth to someone else.
I do it all the time. Like I can honestly say I know all the people who were at 1K when I was around there. I know all the
Mhm.
people like in my group, the people who I looked at as competition
Right.
because I wanted to kind of like see where I was kind of graded in the
Of
algorithm
course.
itself anyway. I wanted to see how I was getting pushed. And in the same respect, like shout out to Justin Flipping Accountant, like he skyrocketed as well.
Yeah,
You
you
know what I'm
did.
saying? Him and I were kind of on the same pace. He was behind me, and then he skyrocketed. There's a few people I'm not going to mention any names, but there's a few people that what I'm saying I kind of skyrocketed or am catching up to, and will probably surpass them.
Right.
Um, it's the algorithm. It's weird, but man, so everybody knows or should know if they watch my channel. Like I'm a big Mr. Beast fan, and I like Mr. Beast more than just because of his videos. I like Mr. Beast because of his brain, how he
Right.
thinks about business and what he thinks about the YouTube algorithm and how he thinks your channel should grow and just all small little details
Hmm.
about like just how if your video in the first 15 seconds if you have nice lighting in the first 15 seconds, you probably have a better chance of people to come in your video. Like if you have a good sound quality, obviously you're gonna have better chance of people to have that audience retention to stay in your video. It's just like a lot of little details that people don't like. Obviously, if you're a female, you're gonna probably get a little bit more views than a man will.
Especially if you're a pretty female.
Yeah, and then this is what be tripping me out. Like there are people in the reselling community
Hmm.
who have thumbnails of half naked women, and
Yeah.
then want to have a reselling topic.
Right.
It's like
It doesn't even mesh well.
that don't even mesh. You know what I'm saying? Like that is clickbait chasing. Like those are the people you don't need to be, in my opinion. Those are the people that they're burnt out on teaching you. They're just really.
Yeah.
It's
Put
all
on a
about the
show.
out. Yeah, all it is for them is a paycheck. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but that's what it is. Like, what the hell does a half naked woman have to do with reselling? And then
Exactly.
it's seriously a half naked woman, and then the topic has nothing to do with the woman. Like she's just in the thumbnail.
And now that used to be a tactic from back in the day, where people would post a weird title or Justin Bieber does this or something, and then it would be nothing about Justin
Nothing.
Bieber whatsoever. So like now people they use that tactic nowadays, but the algorithm will end up shutting that down
Yeah.
eventually. Which I've learned since because I know you use TubeBuddy, I use vidIQ. And I've learned that since looking at the analytics and stuff like that, I learned that there's certain things that you'll do that'll get your views just all the way squashed.
Mhm.
So you want to kind of be smart about the keywords in the title and putting those same keywords in the description sometimes. Like now I notice when people have a lot more subscribers, it kind of really doesn't matter what they do in the description and
Mhm.
stuff like that because they got a set fan base that's going to watch regardless. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Which is a blessing to having uh, a channel like I have, where I know almost everybody that comes in the comments. I know them. I talk to them almost every day. So as I grow, they'll still be there, which I'll get to know more and more people. They'll become loyal fans. Like I'm sure you have quite a few people that as soon as they get the notification, they're on the video. You know what
Oh
I
yeah,
mean?
most definitely. Out of the 9.9K whatever I have, I
Mhm.
will honestly say there's like 1.5K. Like I know they're going to come through in the clutch
Diehard
within
fans.
3 or 4 days. Who will be on that video? Who will
Yep.
probably the 175 people who will comment all the time. Like
Mhm.
yeah, I know, and it's crazy, and it's also crazy. Like the people who, like you said, I've known who's been there for a hot minute because just the
Right.
names that repeat. I know the people. It's truly it's a blessing, man.
And
It's
people maybe they don't think that someone will like. Okay, so let's use Josh for example. He's got 150K almost. Even Josh knows the people that comment on a regular basis or do support his channel because that matters to you when you put all that time and that effort into putting that content out. it matters to you when someone comments or is something positive, or even the negative stuff.
Yeah, even the negative.
This it all stands out. You recognize that, and so like even me, when I get a notification and I'm on my phone and I see that you're on, I hop on. You know what I mean, and I support you because I dig what you're doing. Number one, but number two, I think the content that you put out helps people. It helps me definitely, and then sometimes it's halfway like entertaining for real. You know what I mean, like. I just dig the content. What's up, Mike Jiggly Thrift? Thanks for
Appreciate that,
showing
man.
up, bro. Oh no, man, it's
Yes.
nothing. It's it's gonna be some videos I like more than others, but I
Mm,
dig the prison channel, man. That is hilarious. The reaction video to Mr. Beast going to county jail. I was I was in the
yeah.
gym, bro, working out, and I stopped to like watch that video. I was like, man, I'm dying over here.
Appreciate that, man. And
Yeah,
I think, man, one day that channel is going to surpass this channel. Like that's the goal, because I think that's the channel is going to really just be my personality more than anything. Because obviously, I'm
right.
going to be talking about just random prison stuff, things that's going on in my life, even
Yeah,
just like I said, random trips I go on, just whatever I want to do. I'm gonna be able to be
yeah,
free on that channel, and I think that's going to be able to help. And that channel, I'm also going to be able to, obviously, when I get 1K on that channel. See, the goal of that channel is, see, I want to be like, I want to have a channel that's making income for me, and a channel that's like just I can just use that income and just like
passive
at
content.
least take
Yeah,
60% of it all. You know what I'm saying? All jokes aside, you take 60% of it and do something so positive with it. Obviously, I'll put a good chunk of it back in the channel to be able to make better content, do more research. And
right,
then obviously, I want to just do massive giveaway. Like, I want to be the black person in the YouTube community who's similar to the black Mr. Beast, like showing you, like, yo,
right.
you can come from absolutely nothing if you have a dream and just freaking be able to just do whatever you want to do, man. Be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. And I really think I can, man. Like I know
Most
it's going to be
definitely, man.
hard. I know it's going to be probably a 4, 5, 6 year grind, but I'm ready for it. I'm
And
ready.
that's one of the things that stood out to me from day one, man, was how you were always blessing people. You know what I'm saying? Like not like you was doing it for a show, you weren't putting on for YouTube or nothing like that. You could tell it was genuine. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just a saying, bless somebody today, I'm gonna bless somebody because I promise you I'm gonna bless somebody tomorrow. It's not just a saying. You've
Facts.
been you gave that lady at the bin store $20 just because she watches your channel. And then I remember one of the times you told the workers at the bin store, if y'all could prove that you were subscribed to my channel, I was gonna break y'all off with some change, and none of them could prove
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, man, he's really out here giving back. He's putting food in these food boxes and stuff like that. How could you not respect that? You know what I mean? Because I didn't see any other YouTubers doing that. Not in our lane, you know what I mean? So it was just powerful, man. It stood out. So I knew from the jump you was a person with a good heart, but you had a good head on your shoulders. Despite the past, all that, I knew you had the vision and you were on your way to something major. And then you popped up with this convention. And I'm like, okay, this is before I'd ever even heard about a reseller rally. I didn't even know this was coming up. So Cincinnati Picker and all that stuff, I'm like, okay, Dante's got a convention. I'm like, this is gonna be probably pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, you had only had maybe I think you had like
Yeah,
4,000
I'm about to say,
subscribers
I'm
at
about
the
to say,
time.
when I planned this convention, bro, I had less than 500 subscribers. Like
Yeah,
when the words were coming out my mouth, like I had probably like around, realistically, like 800 subscribers. When I announced it, I probably had like around 16. And like you, I knew nothing about the reseller rally.
right,
It was complete. I had no idea. So
exactly,
can't people can't say I copied them or anything like that because I
exactly.
didn't know. But it's just crazy. And here's how I think I know this YouTube journey is real for me as well, just because of the, like, I understand one thing I will never negate in my growth:
Hmm.
the people that I've met on this journey. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Josh, meeting Josh, he gave me a shout out. That
Right.
bumped me up to like 700 subscribers. Or he gave me like around 700 to 800 subscribers. Meeting
Hey,
John, that bumped me up
that's
to,
how I found you though,
yeah, see, and
Josh.
like just meeting John, he just boosted me up to where I'm almost about to hit 10K. That's another
Right,
800 subscribers. Meeting Commonwealth Picker, he gave me like 500 subscribers. Being
right,
on Fundamentals of Side Hustling
right.
show all the time, that's helped me getting subscribers.
Yeah,
Being with Katie, that's definitely gotten me subscribers.
right.
Like there's so many different steps that has gotten me subscribers, and it's like it seems like the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. I always say that because you never know what people believe in,
Yeah,
but
right,
I know
right.
what I believe in. As long as you know what you believe out there, that's all that
That's all
matters.
that matters.
So I just believe like the path is being set in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I not try to walk it?
Mhm.
Like he's literally saying,
He's
here you
leading you the
go.
way. Yeah,
Yeah. Like meet this person. Like
right.
have a relationship with this person. And it's not like a forced relationship where
Mhm.
it's out of all these people I've met, every single time I've met every single one of them, like Josh, it came from like a fan's perspective. I was like, I walked up to him and I was like, hey, bro, yeah, blah, yada, yada, yada. I watch your channel.
Mhm.
There's a store opening up. I was letting him know about a store that I wanted him
Yeah,
to get profits. He was like, hey, well, let me put you on my channel.
right.
Same thing with John. Like me and John, I've met John 2 or 3 times on the low that probably nobody knows about. And then
Mhm.
one day out of the blue, John's, let's just record.
Yeah,
You know, so it's like it's these things are natural.
right.
It's
And
nothing
just like
forced.
Kevin, he reached out to you too, right?
Yeah, and that was crazy. Like he said, man, I saw your prison video and I had to meet you.
Right,
Like
right.
things like that is like who knew I would have ever walked this journey 5 years ago when I was in solitaire in a cell. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Thinking like, damn, what's my future? Like I have no future. I have and then now in a position where you're about to have a threshold where you can probably fill a little small gym, like
Mhm.
that is crazy. And then like what is God setting me up for?
Right,
You know? That's
right.
the biggest question. And it's scary at the same time, but I don't know. I think I'm starting to be on the path of being ready for whatever it is, you know?
Hey man, I'm definitely proud of you, bro. Like you are for real. You're setting the pace for what felons period can do. Not only, just felons, but I mean, I'm as black men, I'm mixed. People don't tend to see that, but I'm mixed. My dad's black. I am a black man.
I don't know
At
how
the
they
end of the
can't see
day,
that. No.
some people think I'm Hispanic, man. They think I'm Puerto Rican. But at the end of the day, though, like it's harder for certain people at certain times in certain areas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that being said, though, you're showing that you don't have to be, a victim, or you don't have to settle for the limits that people may or may not try to place on you. At the end of the day, you can grasp life by the horns and you can do the damn thing for real, and it's awesome, bro, for real. I don't know if you feel like talking about why you're in. Yeah, Chris, I'm black, man. You didn't know? Chris no, I know, bro. I know you're kidding. Uh, do you feel like telling the people why you're in South Carolina right now?
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, I'm about to say next week, but no, in 2 weeks I have a convention coming up, a Prison2Profit convention, yada yada yada. It's just going to be nothing but me giving away probably close to $1,000 and a bunch of prizes, and all you have to pay is $15 to get into that event. But that's about it. So we're going to just have a nice banger of an event, man. Have a good time. But I have to come here now on this trip because I had to come to South Carolina 2 more times this year, regardless, to move some of my stuff in my storage building.
Right.
Because what people don't know, again, this is like one of the behind the scenes. Like when I moved to Michigan, I started a completely new eBay store.
Yeah.
So everything that people see now is from that new eBay store.
Right.
We just crossed the $10,000 threshold for the 90-day period. So,
Nice.
and that's just off a completely new eBay store that we just started fresh.
Mhm.
So my old eBay store, I still had 600 items in that store.
Right.
So I had somebody here, they were selling or not selling. Every time an item gets sold, they would come in here and ship those items out. So I want to also say this. Everybody says you must list in order to sell items. I have not listed an item on that store.
Mhm.
And literally, I'm still selling items daily.
Right.
So it's about what you find.
Quality items.
Quality. It's not about quantity. Don't be, please stop listening to these people who say list, 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 list,
Right.
list, list. Like list good items.
Right.
Like obviously, if you have a bunch of good items, list, list, list. But
Mhm.
don't just be listing for the sake of algorithms and eBay,
Right.
because I've heard that teaching before. So it's crazy. But anyways, long story short, somebody was handling all the inventory. So I want to come kind of go through that inventory, and I'm going to take a lot of it back to me with Michigan in Michigan, because I want to shut the storage building down, to be honest.
Okay. So are you going to ship it from? You're just going to have the items, and if those items happen to sell, you're going to do the shipping on those items, or are you going to switch them over to your new?
I'm probably see. So what I'm probably going to do is, since I'm probably just going to give this person half of the inventory in there, and
Okay.
just probably transfer it to another storage building for them,
Mhm.
and then that way I can just shut this one down and take half the inventory and just take that with
Gotcha.
me to. So that way I'll just have more inventory to be able to list some
Right.
more items in Michigan, and then they'll have inventory for themselves to be able to kick off their eBay business,
Okay.
and they don't have to completely shut down the store.
Right. Right. I
So, because
got
that
you.
store is not in my name, that's in somebody else's name. So that's the benefit of having like ghost accounts. Like you can have like 17 stores, and
Right. Exactly. My brother is calling from jail right now. We're just gonna
oh,
have to wait.
oh man,
I mean,
hate that for them.
I do. I hate it for him, but at the same time, he can always call back tomorrow. You know what I mean? This is work at the end of the day. I didn't get him in there, so
Hey, yeah.
it sucks. You know what I mean? But
Oh, we've been there. We know
exactly,
people
But at
still
the
got to
same
live their life on the street.
right. So actually, I'm doing things that I can for him. He wants to get into this treatment facility, so I got online. I printed out the application and the handbook, took it to the jail for him, and then on top of that, I went to go talk to the people at the facility today, and they said so. He called the manager of the program and was like, "When you see such and such name come through, pull the application and push it through." So I talked to the guy that runs the place to get him in there, so he's going to get accepted. All he's got to do is actually work the program to get his head right. Because I
Okay.
told him, I was like, bro, if you don't want to do right, it's not going to matter what you do. You're only going to fake it to make it. And then when you get back to when you get a wild, thought, you're going to just run and do whatever you want to do. So that's why I say, man, you can do all this stuff for authority or whatever you got to do to get off parole or probation. But at the end of the day, it's going to be what are you willing to do to stay out of trouble? And that's one of the things that reselling has done for me. It's kept me focused.
Yeah.
It's given me vision. It's given me purpose that I wouldn't have had just going to grind for some 9 to 5 job, or definitely like flipping burgers or something. There's no
All
pride
right.
in that whatsoever, you know.
I don't see no pride. Oh, I take that back. That sounded bad. Sometimes, like, people are so caught up on going to work for that 9 to 5 for that security,
Yeah,
and like they're missing out on so much, man. Like it's again to me, I'm not gonna lie. Last year there was a phase where I was grinding so much harder than I am now in the reselling aspect, and I will get back to the grinding harder in the reselling aspect. Which y'all watch my videos, so y'all kind of see
right,
how I'll put everything out there on Instagram and pretty much everything. So not everything, but y'all see kind of sort of.
right,
But anyways, so after the convention and everything, obviously I'll get back into my nice little grind mode, and I can never see me going back to clock in somebody else's job.
yeah,
And why you late? Why you do? Oh, I'm sick today. Can I call in? Like I got to go to some events last week just because so I wanted to
right.
go.
The
I didn't have to call
understanding.
nobody. Like it feels so good knowing like you can literally do what you want to do when you want to
Right.
do it. Obviously with responsibility, but you can do what you want to do when you want to do it.
And
You
it's
can
just
have
like
literally 2 days of being lazy, and then you can just grind hard the next 4, 5.
it's like the road trips you took when you went to go meet Kevin and Cheap Finds Gold Mines and when you went out to Vegas and all
Yeah.
that. You couldn't do that if you was working for somebody to just go travel across the United States and meet up with a bunch of people. It's
I
just
would have
it's
had
not
to
an option.
put in vacation and then make sure I
Right.
was back in time, and like I literally freestyled. Like this trip was literally kind of last minute. I had a homeboy who was from Greenville. He just happened to go on his birthday. He went to Michigan about 2 hours from where I was from. He
Uh-huh.
came and visited me. He told me he was coming back on Monday. I was like, you know what, I might follow you down,
Right.
and ended up was like, yeah, I was gonna follow him down. So it's just
No.
like I just live my life totally random, man.
That's just like when I went to meet Chris with Flip the World down there in Houston. Uh, I never went down there with the intent to go meet him. You know what I mean? I went down there on vacation to go to the ocean and the beach with my girl, and we just decided to thrift on the way down there. Well, when I seen how close it was to Houston, and Houston's got 3 Benz stores, I was like, well, we need to go to the Goodwill Benz in Houston and let me hit Chris up while I'm there. You know what I mean? So, but I ended up staying on vacation for 3 weeks. Now I took the time off from my job, but at the same time, I had to ask for that permission.
Mm.
And me going on that 3 week vacation let me know that was how I knew I could quit my job. Because for 3 weeks, my car even broke down. I popped my gas tank down there, had to get a rental car, had to pay for the repairs on my car, had to pay weekend prices for hotel rooms, and I did it all with reselling money. You know what I mean? And I didn't skip a beat. I wasn't hurting for cash, none of that. and I took 3 weeks off from my real job, and I was like, you know what? I've been living off reselling. I don't need that job, especially for the little money that I was making. You know what I mean? It gave me the clarity that I didn't know that I was looking for to go ahead and pull the trigger. Because when I first started YouTube, my opening line was, I'm a part-time reseller with the goal of going full-time by the end of 2021. Well, now
Mhm.
that's happening. You know what I mean? October 6th is my last day and I will be full-time. So, but
Dang,
without that trip though, I think I probably would have held out to the end of December to pull the trigger. So I'm glad in a way, it was a blessing to be able
that's
to
what's
just
up, man.
I'm happy for it, and I'm glad it's finally here at the same time because now I can focus 100%. One, I'm not gonna say 100%, but because I still got YouTube to focus on, which people that don't make content don't realize it is a grind. You know what I mean? Especially you say 80 hours a week on YouTube, the editing and just the filming, and then all the stuff behind the scenes, the SEO work, the
Yeah.
optimization of your videos, all that. It
Yeah.
is a grind, and
Thumbnails, finding the
thumbnails.
thumbnails, finding the picture, the background for like, and then me sometimes like, which is my fault. Some people can probably do what I do, probably 20 minutes faster, but
Mhm.
there's sometimes I'm just so meticulous about certain
Right.
things that I'm trying to get right. And there's I do all this by myself. I don't have any knowledge. I know I didn't go to school for
Right.
editing software or how to take echoes out of what I'm saying, some video. Like I didn't go to school for none of that. What happens if your video deletes out your phone? There's so many problems that I've had to work through
Right.
this journey. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad because now I feel like I can be an editor on my resume. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much that I can finally. I mean, it's pretty
And
cool knowing.
it's the same way with me, man. Like because I just got a GoPro probably a little over a month ago now, and I hit Dana Investa probably once a week with a GoPro problem. I need a solution, bro. Like, and I watch YouTube videos, but I know he can kind of walk me through it. But
Hmm.
then there's things like he's like, man, I don't know, I'm just stumped. You know what I mean? But I finagle my way through it, and I end up finding some type of solution. You know what I mean? And it's just like you said, I got no background in this stuff whatsoever. I'm by far a genius at all when it comes to making content or editing or any of that stuff. And I've learned that's why my videos keep getting a little bit better each time I put a video out because I keep learning something that I didn't know last week. You know what I mean? Or I find a different way to do it than I was doing it the last time. So it's all a blessing for real. Do I set a time? We say, do I set a time? Where did that thing go?
Said, do you
Yes, I
set a
do set a
time?
time to be on YouTube. So, uh, vidIQ tells me that Friday at 12 o'clock through 3 o'clock p.m. is when most of my viewers are active. So I post my video at the beginning of the spike. So at 12 o'clock up to 3 o'clock, the video will get as much traction as I feel like it should be able to. And then after 3 o'clock, the views may plummet, they may keep going, but that's where I base my time on. And then Tuesday just happens to be the best time for me to do a live because all week long I'm busy other than that to where I just can't do it. Now that I'm not going to be working on Wednesdays, I might sprinkle in a Wednesday day live, but other than that, I try to do all my reselling stuff during the day and get it out the way. I do film Monday or Tuesday as well too, so I only work on YouTube 2 days a week video wise, the editing and stuff, I just kind of turtle paste that stuff all week long to where because I used to get overwhelmed trying to cram in an editing session on a 30-minute video the day that I want to release it. So then it's just not
Oh,
well thought out. The B roll's not really all that great. So I started trying to at least take a 3-day process from filming to thumbnails, from actually loading it up and setting it up to launch. It takes me about 3 days to where I feel like I don't have to rush or do nothing that I don't, feel like I need to do.
yeah,
Uh,
that's what I learned. Try to take it a little bit slower on my videos. Usually, I just try to put them out there too, and then I usually mess something up, or
right.
there's like a volume thing that I can hear, maybe nobody
Mhm.
else can hear, or it's
I
just a
was
lot of
having
little
an
things.
issue with the audio not matching my mouth either. So it'd be like, Japanese movies. Exactly. And the ATL flipper was like, bro, it happened again, man, because he was watching a video a couple videos ago and he's like, it kind of evened out in the middle of it. But I noticed that it only happens when I'm recording on my phone. So I stopped recording on my phone and start only recording on the GoPro now. So hopefully that issue will be solved. But it's just things you learn as you go along, man. Because before I was just throwing up random content and I didn't even like it when I was watching it. And I'm like, if I don't like it, ain't nobody else gonna like it. So I've
That's not
tried.
necessarily true, man. I don't like half of my videos, and the ones I swear to God, the ones I don't like, to get the most views.
That's how it goes. The ones you
I,
think you put all this time and effort in, you like this gonna be the one. It does not do as well as
does
you would like it
nothing.
to do.
The ones I think people should be watching, I'm like, yeah, this is it, boy.
Right.
This blessing box, they gonna love this.
Right.
Nope,
Then nobody
tank.
watching. Just
Nobody
like and
cares.
then the can video at the Walmart, you said that was doing good.
That blew my mind. And here's the funny thing about that, and here's how the algorithm works. So usually when I have my recording process, I have like 6 videos in backlog.
Uh-huh.
So that way I can drop those videos that week. I know which order I'll drop that video. That video came out. That video was the last video in the backlog for that week because I was procrastinating and putting it off because I thought it was going to be such a bad video. I
Mhm.
put it on a Sunday on a day that I was like, okay, it's the really end start of the week. And that's how some people, if they want to watch YouTube, they'll just watch this video just because they're normal YouTube watchers.
Right.
Because that's when the normal YouTube watchers watch YouTube the most on
Mhm.
Sundays. Everybody else usually watch during the weekday because
Right.
normally a lot of key shows are on Sundays and football and all that good stuff. But
Mhm.
anyways, so I put it on a Sunday. That video is performing like number 3 in my top
It's
last
crazy.
28. I'm like, what? I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the craziest. And I thought I was gonna get murdered for that video. I mean, because I think I said donating. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's not donating. It's this.
Yeah.
That's like,
Keyboard warriors.
it's like, come on,
Yeah.
guys. Can I not make a mistake? I'm not about to. And that's the one thing about me. Like, I'll make mistakes and just sometimes I'll leave them in there because I'm human. I mean, obviously,
Right.
I'm not about to
And
edit.
people like to see the real anyway. They don't
Yeah,
want no fake, anything. What's up, Buffalo Picker, man?
what's
Thanks for
going on,
showing up.
Tommy?
So and
Gina.
Regina, I seen you in here too. What's up, Regina? So oh, Mike stopped in too. What's up, Yenzer Picker? So
Hey, what's up, Yenzer?
the video where you put out the lady that stole the item,
Hmm.
that was your most successful like
Yeah,
financial video.
that's my most.
Is it still paying out?
I think so. And to be honest, I stopped watching it when it was at like 24K or something like that,
Mm,
or whatever I made that video. I
mm,
kind of stopped watching it. It's the funny thing. I don't watch my like views and like I don't watch it no more. Like I used to pick up my phone like eBay. I used to check every like what I'm
right,
saying, few minutes checking to see.
right.
But
I'm still
recently I
there.
haven't. Yeah, I haven't.
I'm still at that. But
I don't know. Just around milestones, I'll check. But you have
so
me
like
intrigued, so I'm checking now.
on my other channel, I got a video that hit like 23,000 views. It was horrible, man. Like the audio was really, really low to where like people couldn't hear what I was saying almost because I had a lav mic, but it was clipped under the table because I felt like people shouldn't see me with a microphone on. I was stupid when I first started YouTube. But the video took off. It was horrible quality, and it's my most viewed video. Then I had another video that's like 18,000 views. Not on this channel, it's on my sneaker
Mhm.
channel. But I don't even do nothing with that channel anymore, right? And I probably really should because it's pretty much monetized, but at the same time, I didn't enjoy the content. So it was sustainable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you don't enjoy it, don't do it because
It's-
that'll start coming off on camera. I even had to learn like don't record on days you're mad.
right.
It comes off on camera.
Hmm.
Days that you're sad, depressed, whatever emotion. If it's not a good, happy emotion, don't do it. And I think another reason I kind of resonate because I honestly am joyful when I'm talking about these profits. Like I'm loving it. Talking about this dollar profit. Like I love that.
Yeah.
It gets me fired up, man. Like I'm telling you, like finding something and knowing like it could sell for much more money.
Right.
There's no better feeling, man.
Man, when I first started this, man, I got an item for like 50 cents. It was a little diecast model TWA airplane. I got two of them. 50 cents a piece. One sold for $35. The other one sold for $40. The same night I listed them. And I was blown away. I was like, what? Because I was coming from where I was buying hype sneakers. I'm spending $175 on a pair of Jordans just to make $30 profit. Where
Mhm.
I bought this 50-cent plane and it sold for the same 30, $40 the same night. And I was like, this is it. this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my
Yeah,
life. And I told my
that's
girl, I was like, look, there is nothing else for me. Like, this is it. She's like, well, I just think maybe you should get a job just a couple days a week. I said, I already got that. And I don't want that. You know what I mean? Because I told her, I was like, babe, I'm going to put my 2 weeks in. And she's just like, well, I think you just might get bored. And I was like, I got more than enough going on in my life to where I won't get bored. YouTube, the gym, reselling. That's enough. I got my girl. I'm not worried about nobody else. You know what I mean? Like I got church 2 times a week. I'm good. I don't need nothing else. Like I'm chasing goals. I'm trying to get assets. I told her, I said, by the time I'm 43, I want to have two assets that make me multiple figures a year to where, like, if I wanted to stop reselling, those assets would cover my expenses. And that's just the goal. I'm 38 right now. I just turned 38 a couple months ago. I feel like that's a feasible goal for someone 5 years to have
yeah,
multiple
man.
assets. You know what I mean?
Five. Oh yeah. Most. I mean, most especially
And that's just to be humble
reselling.
about it. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, I'd like to have 5 or 6 avenues of passive income. You know what I mean? But let's just go ahead and say on the safe side, I'll have two besides YouTube and reselling.
I want 35.
Well, there
I
we
want
go.
a check to come in the mail every day from
That's
something
what I'm
different.
talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
what
I
I'm talking
want
about, man.
not to check my bad. We in 2021. I just show my age. I wire.
Right. So yeah, man, it's coming up on a hour. Uh, Tell the people what you need them to know and why they should subscribe to your channel, man.
I need you to know that. Here's what I'll say first. When I first started YouTube, I used to worry about like all the dislikes.
Mhm.
I can have a video with 10 likes, see that one dislike,
It's
and it would
like
eat
that.
at me. You know what I'm saying? It's like napalm. Even at 6,000 subscribers, you can get 100 likes, 2 dislikes, and it's
Yeah,
like you focus on that dislike. You're not gonna please everybody in anything that you do.
absolutely not.
Like in normal life, your everyday life, you're not going to please anybody. If you have a desire to take a chance on anything that you want to, if you feel like you want to step outside the box, give this a chance, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, do it smart.
Yeah,
I would recommend that you have some kind of financial information before you get into it. Make sure that you stayed like David Ramsey, get you a course. Make sure you
right.
stayed up a good 6 months of income ahead of time.
Mhm.
Like, of course, do it the responsible way. But man, we only get one life, man. And we sit there and we worry about everybody else's opinion, even
Yeah,
that one person, that one dislike, you know what I'm saying? That's going to affect how we move.
yeah,
We got to get past that, man.
right. Because life is
Uh,
too short, man, to be
it is.
miserable.
It is. We and even myself, and I thought about that earlier. Like now, honestly, for the past like few weeks, probably about a month now, like I don't even care about dislikes. It don't
Mhm.
bother me no more. Like
Right.
I don't know, man. We worry about so much in this lifetime, man. Like
It
me, when you
really doesn't
said
even
promote
matter.
myself, the first thing I wanted to say, like I don't know, it's like I don't even want to promote myself. It's just like just go with whatever you like out there, man. Go with whatever y'all grind with, man.
Right.
Whatever YouTuber y'all like, go follow them, man. Rock with what you like, man.
Right.
Always, man. That's it. Don't.
That's great words to close with, man. Because at the end of the day, like there's people like I started out asking everybody, sub for sub type stuff. That stuff's dead, first of all. Second of all, don't sub to my channel if you're not going to watch the content because you're just going to hurt my channel in the long run. You know what I'm saying? So I really want it to be as organic as possible because I want genuine subscribers and I'm trying to build friendships, relationships, business partners, contacts, things like that. Like YouTube is a business for me. So at the end of the day, after I'm done helping all the people that I can help, I do want to make money doing this. So I'm trying to meet people that I can build something with and we can bump heads, or not bump heads, but two heads come together is better than one. So I try to network as much as I can. That's why I say link up and network and this is reseller network and that's why it's what my show's called because it's about like you are on a higher plane than I am. I'm trying to get where you are. So it, not that don't
We on the same plane. I'm just in a
we're
different
on the
row.
same plane. Okay. You're in first class, I'm in coach. But see, but see, I'm trying to get there though, and me chopping it up with you for an hour or so gives me insight as to what I could be doing differently or to what I wasn't doing that I am doing. It just gives me time to reevaluate my plans. And I rub elbows with everybody and I pick something up from everybody that I talk to. And you never know what type of gems you could drop off on somebody. You know what I mean? The littlest thing that you think could be the biggest thing for someone else. You know what I mean? And that's why I like talking to, just like talking to Katie last week. I learned a lot of things about selling on Amazon and books and Etsy that I didn't even know about. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You never know what you can learn from anybody, bro. And that's why I really enjoyed the reseller community, period, because I learned about things even though I'm gonna look anything and everything up, I learned about some things that there are things that I'll look at and I won't even bother to look it up. That I learned that that's where the money's at.
Hmm.
You never know what
That's
you can learn from
facts.
somebody, man. So
Facts.
I definitely appreciate you coming on, bro, for real. And everybody in the chat, man, you guys have been very active. I think the viewer watch has stayed in the 20s the whole time, which is crazy because this has never happened. It's got to be because of you, bro.
Just something in the
Yeah,
water,
man.
man. That's all. Something in the
Hey,
water.
it is what it is, man. You know, I'm definitely thankful for your time, man. I know you got a whole lot going on, bro. I really appreciate it. I salute you for what you're doing out there for everybody in the community, man. Uh, keep doing your thing, man.
Man, thank you, man. I really appreciate that for real.
All right,
For real.
so anybody that's catching this on the replay, his link is dropped several times in the chat. Katie Reed's link has been dropped in the chat too. Go subscribe and support them. If you don't know, Prison2Profit and Prison2Profit are his two channels. Subscribe to both of them. I think you can get something out of both channels. If you don't, I mean, hey, you got something wrong with you. And subscribe to my channel too if you are watching this on the replay and you're not subscribed.
Yes.
Hit the like button, guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. But until then, let's make this cash, guys. Peace.